So I'm Rick, and Lori's here
I'm
as
Lori.
well. And this is just a video that we're doing. You know, we've done all these videos about our new building and
Which
new
is,
space.
we'll just pan while you're saying that.
Yeah, the new space that we've moved into, which we moved into last week, and doing some final moving this week. But we really wanted to take this opportunity to show you the existing building one last time before they shut off the lights and start to tear it down. We have just a few more days before we can go in and out of this building, and then next week nobody will be allowed in the building because they're going to start doing some asbestos removal and start the process of tearing the building down. We'll start and stop like we always do, but you're going to see a building that is dramatically different.
Than what you've seen. Because we've been through here before, and Rick and I were just talking about that. You've been through here before with us on these videos, and you've seen it with all the stuff in it. Now you're going to see it without the stuff.
Right, and it's not pretty.
Nope.
There's a lot of debris around, but we wanted to capture this video and capture what this building looks like now before it's finally torn down and becomes a parking lot. So
let's go. We're just going to stay rolling as much as we can. The one thing Rick and I kind of, I guess, pride ourselves on maybe is the fact that these videos with us are not scripted. We don't plan what we're going to say. So we just go with it. So this is the foyer.
And just to show you, I mean, we might as well show you everything, right?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is, and please remember, this is 42 years. 42 years of use in this building. That this building has sat here and seen countless generations of families. Families that brought their kids, and now their kids are bringing their children. So there's been a lot of activity in this building over the years, and lots of memories. So
this is where Vital Stats was, and you can see the sign there for birth and death certificates. There was a plaque on the wall that has since been removed.
Yay! Oh, that makes me feel better.
And
this was the plaque commemorating when this building actually was set in place in 1975 when it opened. And so it was a bear to get off. As you can tell, we really worked at it to get it off, and you can actually see into the next office over there. So that's how hard they worked to get that plaque off the wall. So
and this was the receptionist desk. So when people from the community came into the health department, this was typically the first person they saw. And
Miss Ethel sat there
yes,
for a long time.
Yes.
We've got fond memories of the people that have come and gone in this building, and it has a lot of special memories for a lot of people. So which way do you want to go?
Well, let's go back this way. So beyond the receptionist desk.
All right, you lead the way.
This is when we walked into where medical staff was, and then we'll have the atrium in here where the waiting area was.
I called it the rotunda.
Rotunda?
The rotunda. See what I said? You can never determine what's going to come out of our mouths. So there's, you know, it's bittersweet.
So this is the rotunda area, and you can see the seating area, and then this is just a big circle, but each one of these rooms were exam rooms. And over there you can see the dental suite for the dental chairs, but these were clinic rooms and exam rooms, and like I said, dental suites, and this was a very active part of this building.
And even up until we just moved, it was a very active part. Once we got Five Rivers in place with us, it was still very, very active with clinic visits by families throughout the county.
So I think Lori will just pan around here and show you, the exam rooms and stuff like that.
Vastly different than from what we're seeing in our new building. Again, the round building was kind of the cool thing to do back in the 70s. It was very state-of-the-art and very forward thinking, I guess, if you will. for that style of a building. And it's definitely warmer in here than it is over at the new building. Vastly different.
And this was a hallway that led out. Eventually, you could just walk straight outside, but also led to the outer ring, if you will, which is where a lot of the offices were. And we'll show you that in a minute here.
Just an empty supply room. This is one of the dental suites.
Yeah. Chairs are dramatically different than the ones in the new building.
Absolutely. There's the other one.
This was just a consultation room here, probably somebody's office.
And as we make our way around.
Yeah, this is the conference room. And as you can see, it's dramatically different than our new one.
It's round. Well, sort of.
Yeah.
I recall when I was younger attending, we had a white elephant sale in here. We would come and watch when the health district would run a levy. We would, the staff would gather in here, and we had a big TV in here, and we could watch the levy results come in, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, we've had holiday parties in here, retirement
Staff,
parties.
all of our staff meetings were held in here.
Exactly. So this space has seen a lot of activity over the years.
All right, lead the way. Okay, this brings us out. Now we're back out to the front entryway. We kind of made our way around.
So these are, we'll just kind of walk the outer ring here, if you will, and these are just some of the offices. And as we go through the building, I'm sure Lori will pan up and show you some of the ceiling issues and water issues and mold issues that we've had. This has been a very functional building over the decades, but it's time for it to...
It's time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And again, it is bittersweet. So there's a lot of us that have worked in here for many, many years. And this actually was, I remember this as being Leo Ketchen's office at one point. He was a fiscal manager here many, many years ago. And there was where that sign was on the outer wall that I showed you when we first came in. And that is the result of them trying to get it out. So, yeah. So they had to rip the wall apart to try to get it to unhinge. There's an old safe. Nothing in it now, but... So we'll make our way back out.
Here it was the health commissioner's secretary's office, which then led into the health commissioner's office.
I remember this as Elaine Anderson's office at one point, and then it was Susan's. Who is Melissa's assistant now. And this was Melissa's office. Prior to that, it was Mark McDonald's office. Prior to that, it was Mac McCullough's office. And I could probably go on and on and on. And now it's just a housing area for empty boxes in case anybody needs an empty box. And again, we have issues. We've had issues with leaky tiles and all kinds of stuff.
So we're not going to show you every office, but this is just a
They're
typical
all empty.
office. They're mostly empty now.
They're all empty. Another empty office. This was the copy room and the mail room. Again, vastly different from what we have now. We have much more space. Lots of debris from the paper shredder and other things. There's a bathroom there that had some major issues happening. So you can kind of see the aging process, how it occurs. And there's Rick.
And if you look back this way, maybe towards the other way, you can see how the ceiling is sagging, and there's some mold issue there. So
Yeah, you can really see it from this point of view, how much the ceiling is sagging.
and then this is our kitchen. Rather dated.
Yeah, that's the 1970s. What did they call that? Putrid yellow? I don't even know what it was called.
Ugly?
Gold. It was that gold. I don't even remember what. It had a name, though, I think. Anyway, that
Refrigerator doesn't even work anymore.
that was a refrigerator at one point.
This was an oven, and it doesn't work anymore either.
Nope. It hasn't worked in a number of years. So lots of just stuff that hasn't been claimed, that may not be claimed. You can tell where there was another refrigerator over there. There were vending machines in here at one point. This was definitely a hub of activity as well for many years. Staff in and out and bringing their lunch to work and gathering for events.
And you can see the paneling on the walls is starting to peel off, and it's not even attached anymore.
Get a better view of it over here. Yeah. Yeah, so this definitely was a little hub of activity in here for sure. All right,
So now we're going to head into what was the cube farm, what we call the cube farm. And of course, all the cubicles are gone, but I'm going to warn you, it's not pretty.
It's not pretty, and this actually is another exit from the building. This actually leads out. That what you see over there where that black car is, that's the Herman Menapace Center for Health Education. So kind of gives you an idea of where we're at in the building. So this is the cubicle area. Definitely not a pretty sight. You can see where there, for years, there was a cabinet that sat there, and a cabinet that sat there, and then it's just debris from years and years and years of use. Actually, my mother used to sit in this area at one point. Lots of history in this building. So this was all cubes. You'll remember that when Rick and I took you through before, this was all cubicles all throughout here. And now this is all that's left.
And this,
I was going to say the county actually I think will have an opportunity to come in and claim any of these items, the chairs, book cabinets, supplies like this, anything that has a green tag is for the county to come in and review, and if they want to take it and sell it at auction or do whatever. Something else that's really cool that's happening is as people are leaving and gathering their items, Immunization Partners Team, Jolene and Jerry Huffman, 2018. Jerry's Medical Records Room started in 2002, ended in 2018. Goodbye.
and Jerry is actually retiring at the end of this month.
Yes, Jerry's retiring on August 31st. She's been with us a long time. But yeah, there's things that are green tagged. The county will have an opportunity to come in here and claim those items. And then the building will be slated for demolition, scheduled for demolition. Lots of cords. But just years of, and you don't see this stuff because they vacuumed, but when you remove a desk or a cabinet that was there, when you remove those items, you know, they leave a mark. So many, many years of use. All right.
All right, so now we're heading down towards more offices.
People are still in here working, so we see people kind of coming and going. In fact, there's Jerry right now. Hi, Jerry. And Robin.
I'd like to say a hi to me as it's my 62nd birthday.
Happy birthday, Robin. And these ladies are in here working hard, trying to clear out
4 more days.
4 more days of work for Jerry. 4 more days. So these ladies are in here busy.
This was the medical director, or I'm sorry, nursing director's office.
This was Robin's office. And at one point it was Sarah Papa's office. In fact, this is where I interviewed with Sarah for my job here. And then she moved to what used to be Bob Brooks's office.
Jerry, what do you think?
And there was just a lot of activity. This was Becky's office at one point, which was Robin's secretary, still is. And then this is that exit we showed you through when we were in the rotunda. We looked out this way. This goes out into what we call the neighborhood. This is the neighborhood exit that exits toward the neighborhood behind the building. And it also led to the epidemiologist's office, the accreditation coordinator's office, and the PIO's office, which was me.
But you have the history of how this room was purposed.
Yes, this room was hearing and was a hearing testing room. So you can see there's a window here, and I can't see over there, but I guarantee high. But see, you kind of saw Rick's shadow a little bit there, but that's what that was used for. So this was the epidemiologist's office, Dr. Brannon. So this was his office, and his desk actually hid that window. And then over here was mine and Cheryl's office, and my desk hid that side. So, and there's more messages on the wall.
So I think we've spent a lot of time showing you pictures of the new bathrooms and how beautiful they look with the tile and everything. Well, I think to really appreciate how much we love those new bathrooms, you have to go see these bathrooms.
Yeah. Without ventilation, by the way. Am I allowed to go in the men's restroom? Okay, yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah, this is the men's restroom. Zero ventilation, I might add.
And not pretty.
And not at all pretty. This lovely, lovely blue bathroom. Yeah, the women's restroom isn't much better. Some major leakage happening. This is the women's. You can definitely tell there were issues. Just age, and that's what happens to a building over time.
The old
Is it just
terrazzo tile.
Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye, bathroom without ventilation. We're very happy to have new ventilated bathrooms.
And this is the EH kitchen, the environmental health kitchen that we use.
And Rick, what did they do in this kitchen?
Well, we did a lot of things, including cutting off heads for animals that were sent to the lab in Columbus for rabies. They counted mosquitoes in here. We refill our bottles for swimming pool testing, and I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in. Plus coffee, and we have our morning breakfast in here. And
as you can see, they've taken the door off the hinges here, so it was easier to get things out. We also had a major leak here. Every time it rained really hard, we would have a major leak in this section here of the building, and you can tell then where that water affected the rusty pipes and the nastiness that spewed itself all the way down the wall
and the one thing
to the floor.
And the one thing that you can't tell in the video is A, it's hot in here.
It's very hot in
and
here.
And B, it doesn't smell very good.
No, it does not. It does not at all. This was a server room here where all the computer equipment, networking, all of that was held.
And the rest of these are really just kind of offices.
This was Rick's office and Mark Isaacson's office. And again, just more offices that are empty.
For a long time, this was where the receptionist or the secretary sat for environmental health, and many people came in here over time to...
Linda Van Trest sat in here.
Yeah, to get permits and licenses and...
So lots of activity in this room here.
This was a file room over here, which we still have a bunch of file cabinets in here, but they're all empty now.
And you can see they're green tagged, so that means that the county will have an opportunity to claim them. Same way with that green tag there. And you'll see green tags on chairs And again, that means they have an opportunity when we're completely out of the building, which we almost are. When we're completely out, they'll have an opportunity to come in here and claim any of those items. This was Jeff Webb's office, which prior to that was Deb Leopold's office. So this definitely saw a lot of activity as well for environmental health.
And this would be the backside of the vital stats area that we were talking about.
Where you saw that metal window that was closed. So Karen Ward has been here many, many years. That's her message. 38 years and still going strong. And then Deb White, who shares space with her, will not miss the mold or the heat. So the pitfalls of a round building, little did they know back then when they built this building that we would have these issues. So.
And that takes us back to the front.
This was another major leaking area that we had issue with right here at the front desk where people first came in to get their information. So their first impression, I would guess, was not great.
Yeah.
It was many years ago. Like I said, when this building was brand new, it was beautiful.
But we would be remiss if we didn't do one last thing. And we're going to put it on pause here for a moment. But we have to show you the basement.
Oh, yes. We'll go. I call it the pit of despair. We'll go down there. I'm going to pause.
Alright, so again, it's going to be kind of hard to capture a little bit, but Lori's going to videotape as she's going down these steps.
I'm not going to watch the video. I'm going to watch my stepping, but
They're very steep.
They're super steep, and the stairs aren't very wide. So Rick, put your foot on one of the steps, and you can kind of see. You can kind of see that these steps are not very wide at all, and how steep they are as they go down.
So one of the things when we get down here, it's going to be kind of loud because the ventilation system is still on. So you'll hear it running, so we probably won't be able to talk very much, but we at least want to give you a video of what the basement looks like.
I actually have to like step on my toes, and even when I do that, my heels hit the backs of the stairs. Okay, so you're probably going to be able to hear me better than you can Rick, unless Rick gets behind the camera like this. This is the basement. I'm not even really sure what words can be used to describe what you're seeing. And again, a lot of it is just age.
Unfortunately, one of the things we were trying to salvage as much as we could out of here, but we discovered as we were pulling things out of here, there was a lot of mold on things. So a lot of things are getting discarded, obviously, because nobody wants to take mold into their new facility. So.
Well, and remember too that this is a round building, so we can walk all the way around this basement in a circular pattern. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make our way around this way. A lot of the computer supplies were kept back here. There's still lots of shelving units left.
This is the information technology area, Sonatrol and phones and you can see down there where they've had water damage and water intrusion.
Yeah, I wouldn't know to hook what wire up to where. Breaker boxes.
Probably state of the art when they built this building.
It absolutely was. There's one of the vents that goes to the outside. There's Rick.
Air compressor here, and then stuff for the ventilation system.
Yeah, I have no doubt this was definitely state of the art when it was built. And now very outdated. This is kind of dark back in here, but a lot of the Medical Reserve Corps things, old files ready to be shredded or archived, a lot of that was stored back in here. Lots of years of stuff. Years and years of stuff.
So we have to go out and show the stairwell out the back end of this.
Oh yeah. We're going to take you out the back doors of the basement and show you the stairwell leading up to the ground. So this is the little area here. So that leads up. And you can tell it's very overgrown, vining. Reminds me of
Steep stairs.
another set of very steep stairs. Climbing Mount Everest. And there's the hospital, so you can tell where we're at. Those are the stairs we just climbed. That was the vent we saw from the inside. And the exterior of the building, which leads us over to the new building right there.
So, I know this hasn't been necessarily the prettiest video that we've ever shown, especially because we were always talking about the new building. But again, there's a lot of memories in this building, and not only for the employees, but for the citizens of Greene County that have come here over the years. We've changed lives in this building. And
Absolutely.
so it's like
Made
Lori
lives better, made lives healthier.
Yeah. So as Lori said, it is bittersweet, but as you can tell, it's time for this building to go, and we're much happier and have a lot more space, a lot healthier air to breathe.
Yes.
In the new building.
Already we're seeing some reactions from people who are breathing better.
Yes. Yes. So you know, we say goodbye to this building. Again, we have bittersweet memories, but it's time to say goodbye.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it, and we appreciate everybody's support and patience as we've gone through these videos. And definitely bittersweet, but we know what we're headed into, and we're going to be able to serve generations of families in this new building. And it's a healthy building. It's a clean building. We breathe better. We work better. So we're excited. But it is time to say goodbye. So
thank you.
bye.
Bye.